And I waited, stranded, obsolete, defeated, and never wanted to walk on your own. To being your own, not to roam through. Two eyes of mobility was only stable enough to just marry. Misunderstood, miss knocking on wood on doors. Doors open that close, you propose mutually. I suppose vows were all still silent and steep. When swept from the beneath the ground, their distant rules run away from like the rat of a child, from the tip, from the tap, from the mouth, and incompletely breaking rules are generated by their own weak. Debt to regret never gets paid back for the pride whispered to ears. Integrity in at least that least. Less grief, quease rather grief. Gather breath and rest and pleads. The word under the book was the wrong red color for the gray state of my headly. Sorry for the crime of purging. Crisis spelled with the paid not for the catastrophic. At the top of the seats, people prepare for the thing from the force spoken for living in the predominant ignorance. Erasing from tongues of oblivious, obvious envy. Greetings of insecurity guards to the gates of the blue color, sweat for the tears, terror, skin for the sheep for the time, find a shed for the poncho for the time clocks, slip past the memory hands of accountability for the humidity, needs military reluctantly for the unlimited discipline for the subject for the absence of variations to rational, occasions casual, is usually the suspect face of guilt for the death of the beast for the nature of naturally dysfunction and helpful, wondering and why doctors seek to weep the list below the count of the page, rage out the outrage, amptels, evacuations, predetermined outcries. At any point of occupation, as if it was an optional object. Copped out for the crap out. Shoot out for the doubt for the route. Detriment for the reminiscent for the arrogant rodents and Romans and Roman times and rampant Rome. Leaving for the rebuilding for the recreating destructive ghosts. Romanticized without alleviating with allegations exaggerating for the aggravation, the graves and grieving, the believers that ever sinned for. Insinuated talk down tank. Can't believe on it. Debate, debutante, Babylon, the business, the day care for the care of the day by the day. Way of the life for the wife for the time of when the day she didn't pay attention to husband's private part. She broke with the pocketbooks of her teeth to deceive me and believe me. The invisibility for the only seen spiritually beyond dead. She would try to not. Find the ability to still lazy enough to take bankruptcy, burglary, dignity, brutally beaten. Standing for promises made for the altar of marriage, by altering her ego for learning, with leniency, pending, independence unless it's unsure to depend on for the asshole that don't get their keys and locked out for the door for the meeting for the cannot pretty. Vain actions, reading the chapter. Either that or acknowledge for the something you knew that lives. Pledging dead or nothing for the nothing to change. Change me, mind made up, and outpouring innocent instead of the starting me. Seen from that perception. Believes the other tree from the trees. Recently cutting your own off. Torturing sheep's clothing to rip them off what she reads. The one who doesn't seek grief and take greed is full of shit. For to be for the means of an island so. Sob stories and distance around. Tells the heaps of that leaves of mouth to skip. Telling one of the signs of the war for the one dead or alive. The same thing range that strange is right. Locked in that castle, some gases spread all over. She let them sit doing her overlapping over all the way down the dishes. Patience that happens in the first time. Reaching for tactics and lost, and on the other hand, it was one after person, and I deserve more. She deserved inability to not be facing her ugly because it's too embarrassing to embrace the braces behind the words. Gray lock, cold shirts, boldness, loaded in the pocket, beach floated around, sure, entertainment, combined with containing and arrangements. Red light shot about to the night roses, smoked in the chaos in the head of the heat, heading to hell like roses and virgins and diamonds and bargains and leverage and levers and age and rage and disagrees and range station for the lookout for the baby.
Obsolete, defeated, and never wanted to walk on your own. To being your own, not to roam through. Two eyes of mobility was only stable enough to just marry. Misunderstood, miss knocking on wood on doors. Doors open that close, you propose mutually. I suppose vows were all still silent and steep. When Swept from the beneath the ground, their distant rules who run away from like the brat of a child, for the tit, for the tap, for the mouth, and incompletely breaking rules generated by their own weak. Debt to regret never gets paid back, for the pride whispered to ears, integrity in at least that least. Less grief, queeze rather grief, gather breath and rest and pleads. Wording the book in the wrong red color for the great state of mind headly. Sorry for the crime, but purging. Christ is spelled with a K knife for the catastrophic, for the topic of taking care, for the thing, for the before spoken preliminary, to the predominant. Ignorance, erasing from tongues of oblivious, obvious envy. Greetings of insecurity guards to the gates of the blue collar, sweat for the tears, there, terror, skin for the sheep for the time, find a shed for the poncho for the time clocks, slip past the memory hands of accountability for the humidity, needs military reluctantly for the discipline for the subject for the absence and the variations, irration, vocations casual, is usually the suspect face of guilt for the death of the beast, for the nature of naturally dysfunctioning, hovering and wondering, and why not to seek to weak the list will live the calendar page to rage out the outrage, amp those evacuations, predetermined outcries. At any point of occupation, as if it was an optional opted. Copped out for the crap out. Shoot out for the doubt for the route. Detriment for the reminiscent for the arrogant erodents and Romans and Roman time for the revealing with the recreating destructive coast. Romanticized without alleviating with allegations exaggerating for the aggravation, the graves and grieving the believers that was sin for. Insinuated talked out tank. Can't with the Ebonics. Debate, debutante, and Babylon for the papers to day care for the carry the day by the day. Way of the life for the wife for the time up on the day she didn't pay attention to husband's fragile heart. She broke with the pocketbooks and crooked teeth for the deceiving and relief. Invisibility for the only seen spiritually, but I'm dead within. She would try to not find the invalid is still lazy enough to tag the laser for the only before the shoplifting and lonely companies. Bankruptcy, burglary, dignity, brutally beaten to the empty promises made from the altar of marriage, while altering her ego for the learning of leniency. Pending on independence and it's unsure to depend on for the ass of the donkey with the keys and locked out for the door for the beady for the conniving prey. Conveying acts of these are reading the chapters. Either that or knowledge, or acknowledge for the stumbling near that ledge. Pledging dead or nothing for the nothing to change. Will change me, mind made up, and you have to have it. Outpouring innocent instead of installing an indecency and deceived in that perception. Believes the other tree for the treason, and reasons to cutting your own off words and just torturing sheep's clothing to ripping off what she reaps. A wolf that doesn't seek grief until greed is full of shit before the beat for the beats and an island sober. Sob stories and this is variety tests and heaps of that leaps and abound to skip. Town of one of the signs and no reward for the one that dead or alive. The same thing the range that strange has arrived. Alive in that caskets and gases spread all over where she lay over tiptoeing or overlapping over all the allegations and their patients that pack back with the patterns in the worst time of the information the tactics and parents that apparently dumbfounded enough to catch it beforehand. Lost it on the other hand, it was pointing at the mercy but they're not deserving. Won't she serve anything enabling? Inability to not be facing her ugly because it's too embarrassing. Embrace the braces behind the words. Gridlock pull the shoulders, boulders and motors. Motors the pocket G photo down. Ensuring entertainment, the confinement, the containing and arrangements. Array of light shot about in the night roaches. Smoked in the chaos in the head of a heat. Heading to hell like hoes at virgins and dive bars and bargains and bargain leverage and levers and age and rage and disarrange the rangers and station for the lookout for the lunar danger.